Are you guys still here? No. I totally started talking. And I'll have to tell you the whole story again. I've got all of our stuff picked out, actually. Maybe that's why. Maybe Spirit's saying, Sherry, you're taking too long. I had so many things I was talking to you guys about. Oh, wow. All right, here's our choices. This is like a creamy color. It's not white, it's creamy. This is, you can see, lavender. This is clear. And this is white. Okay? So those are your choices. And air, earth, fire, water. That's interesting. I don't know why I chose that. Let's write it down. Air, earth, fire, water. Air, earth, fire, water. Okay, so what I was talking to you guys about was, shoot, I always have little stories before. Now you're just gonna have to wait. So let's go outside for a second while I tell you my story. So what I was talking about was that I've got everything all sealed up in here because it's really hot in California. See, I've got this blind from around my, like right now it's okay, but I've got this curtain up to keep the heat out, which doesn't work much. Hi. 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 You know, yeah? What? What? Yeah? See, the thing is with Lily. Yeah, can you hear her? Oh my God, she's such a cranky voice. I'm doing my reading, so I'm on live. My landlord, always killing himself. Don't have a stroke. Oh, I'm glad you're wearing that hat. Good boy. He listens to me.
I'm only doing one more load.
And I forgot to move the plants here.
That's all right, we'll get to it.
Sorry, but I think it'll be too hot for you to paint anyway.
It's supposed to cool down over the weekend.
Thank God. Look at, they've got plumerias.
Huh?
They got plumerias. See in the big pot? I wonder who gave, yeah, remember your friend over there had those plumeria? Yeah. Wonder where he got them. We need them too. We need to ask your friend over there if we can get plumerias from his,
I think either today or tomorrow.
You guys.
Plants and I got the water thing working.
It looks great.
So,
I'm actually recording my video, so say hi to everyone. This is Pat, my landlord. I'll zoom in. Oh God, we came out here for a reason. Oh look, look at that white heron. Look at the white heron coming in. Oh no, it's a white heron. I thought it was a snowy egret. They look very similar, but that one's quite big. We got the pair of doves flying by. Okay, so what, honey? What I was talking to you guys about was that it's so hot here. I understand now why Lily got so sick. It was a year ago that I was, look at my plants. That's from yesterday. Just from being in the sun yesterday, they're fried. It was so hot. And she was here when I was up in Boulder Creek. Look at even my pansies. I mean, my petunias there, fried to a crisp. So she was here, and she was out in the sun, and she got too much heat, and then she went inside. He put her into my studio, but he didn't put the heat on, and he didn't realize, I guess, how hot she was, and she got heat stroke, and it almost killed her. I mean, remember, she was dying. It was horrible. So she's allowed out in the morning, and I'm glad I'm here to watch it. I'm keeping the air conditioning on so that she doesn't go through it. But what I was going to say was I posted these videos this morning about when I was up there, and I was in this store in Boulder Creek, and it was I thought it was a spiritual shop. It was a really cool shop, but it was more Wiccan, you know, and I'm not into binding spells, and I didn't realize really at that time that that's what was going on, but they did. They, you know, they were really nice to me, these women, and but they said to me, "You're different than we are," and they were pleasant. I have this to keep the heat out. It doesn't work very well. They were pleasant to me. You know, they were nice to me. Actually, they were nice. They weren't mean, but she straight up told me, "You're different than we are," and I don't know that you would. You know, we do things differently around here, and I'm like, okay. And I realize now that they were all into binding spells, and so. When I said I went up there to get out of the heat, you know, I wanted to get somewhere where it was not so hot, and it ended up being hotter up there. And it was, I said, you know, someone in my life, same thing, went up there to get away from the heat down here and landed themselves in hot water because the people that they were associating with, spiritual people, call themselves, yes, but they're into binding spells, and there's somebody there that has been working to do that, to bind him. And I'm telling you right now, it's not okay. Spirit's not okay with that. And I will argue this to the death. You don't mess with somebody's free will. And if you come on my page, I will block you. And I have, one by one, as I found people. And it's interesting, people commented on a post that I wrote about, the other day, about binding spells. And the people that commented were the people I blocked. And I thought, how did you get there again? So I'm letting you know, you're not welcome on my page. And what was interesting is they said, oh my God, look, it's confirmation. Yes, it's confirmation. So what? You were the ones that were trying to do the binding spell? Or you have now realized that this is something you shouldn't be fucking with, because you shouldn't. Spirit does not condone binding spells and messing with people's free will. So I'm being very outspoken about this, and I really don't care. I'm coming down as the Queen of Swords, and that's the way it is. Actually, you can call me the Queen of Wands up reversed, because that's what it is. I'm not okay with it, and I'm not going to be quiet about it. I didn't start out with a negative, but that came out, so I have to tell you that. What I started out with was when I went into that shop, and the people were really, really nice to me, and I'm saying they're nice people, but you need to be educated. That's not okay. What I was going to tell you was, yesterday I kept saying to everybody that I was all full of fire because of the new moon. It wasn't the new moon, it was the summer solstice. That's exactly what it was. Because exactly a year ago, at this day, it was summer solstice, and I said the exact same thing. Oh my gosh, I'm on fire. My intuition was popping. I had things dropping, boom, boom, boom. And it was the summer solstice. So that's a good sign, because, I thought to myself, I don't get this feisty every month. I don't. But I do get feisty right at the full summer solstice. So that's better, because it's like one time a year you got to watch out for me. Another message. While I was in that shop, I went to get, I was looking at I wanted crystal earrings. And I was looking at these different ones. And I picked up these beautiful crystal earrings. And when I went to pick them up, to get them, to look at them, I heard, and I don't mean, this wasn't an illusion. I literally heard screaming in my ear, no. And I'm like, wow, okay. And what was interesting was, I told you I was in that shop filled with all these Wiccan people, right? And then one person, I was listening to them talk, and it was three of them that worked together. And it was interesting because I keep seeing three that need to be removed, right? And when I went to put them back, a pair of earrings literally fell into my hand, and they were my fluorite earrings. So here's fluorite. I should probably go get them. The fact that I'm talking about it, you guys get to go through my house. Oh, and I was saying that this morning I got up and I was answering something on one of my YouTube channels, and when I finished, there was another reader. Hey, baby, it's okay. You're going into my closet with me. And this is exactly what she did. She said, I've got to get my coffee, and you guys are coming with me. So what I'm doing is, this is my jewelry basket, this is where I keep all my stuff, so it's separated. Where are you? Where are my fluorite earrings? Show me. And so she's walking through her house, and she was saying, I've just moved. Sorry. She goes, everything's a mess, but I'll get to it eventually. And I thought, you know what? That was a good thing for me to hear. Because, first of all, you guys are going with me and looking for my fluorite earrings with me. And I found it interesting just kind of walking around with her. So I know that this is, people don't mind. They're there. And, I got so excited. I thought it was my turquoise earring, but it's my turquoise earring. My turquoise ring. I want my turquoise ring back, you guys. Spirit, come on. Give me my turquoise ring back. It's in my house somewhere. Okay, so she's walking through the house. It's okay, baby boy. And, she's saying, here's my house. She's saying, I just moved, and I have to get everything together, and here I am doing the exact same thing. But so why did I bring that up? There was a reason I brought that up. I was listening to her, and what did she say? What was she talking about? Oh, she had this really cool wooden desk. And that she was, no, come back. I did this already this morning. I started talking to you guys, and I hit the wrong button, and I lost you. She had this really cool wooden desk that she was working on. Mine's a stone desk, granite. Which is interesting since I'm so into crystals, right? And look at the color. It's healing. It's all greens and sea foam. But she had this really, really cool wooden desk. So I'm looking at her desk thinking, she gets very grounded with the wood, right? This is wood underneath, and it's got granite on top. So This shows me how I really need to stay weighted down, grounded, stay close to the crystals. So here are my, and I just thought how fun, you know, she just moved into a condo and it was just fun. And I was talking about how she was saying, you know, oh, it'll get, I'll get to it eventually, right? You know, because it was a disaster. And I thought I would stay up all night long until everything was put away. That's the way I am. I'm insane. It's crazy. I literally can't relax until things are organized. So I got up this morning and I started to talk to you guys because the song came on. It was that Something Just Like This. And it was the song that, you know, that I keep talking about, how somebody doesn't feel they're good enough or they're enough for someone else. And I said, why is it that we feel so, why is it so important that we are what other people want us to be? Why are we so concerned with that? You know, what's wrong with the parents in your life? Have they not shown you that you can be anything that you set your mind to? Because I had very strict religious parents. You know, my parents loved me, but they were very, very strict, and I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things, and there was a lot of horrible things that happened, but my parents always knew that I was capable and that I could do anything I set my mind to, and that I would. So it's very important that, you know, we are there for our kids, and we let our kids know that. Here's my fluorite earrings, and this is what they were. See, so they weren't that exciting, right? But the most important placement for these is closest to your ears as possible. And these were earrings. Now, what's interesting is where I was. And look at it. It's like a match set. I mean, I should probably get this crystal wrapped and wear it as a pendant. They're a match set. So it's rainbow fluorite, but it's very, very light. And, oops, sorry. What's interesting, oh my God, my crystal just broke. I literally dropped it and it just broke. Oh my God. Wow. That's really interesting. Okay, I got a message in this because what I was going to tell you guys was when I got these earrings, wow. When I got these earrings, where I was, right in that store with these Wiccan people, and how these people were casting binding spells, and somebody has been trying to fuck with me, and somebody has been binding my twin and I, separating us, right? Fluorite is a highly protective stone, and useful for grounding and harmonizing your spiritual energy. It's a protective, stabilizing stone. And the fact that it broke, I spoke to you guys about, you know, the most important thing is if you have jewelry given to you by anybody that has a negative energy, get rid of it. Now, I thought about this because somebody has given me crystals, and they sent me crystals, and I don't want anything to be any manipulation, but crystals can be cleared. And I was wondering, would I have to get rid of these crystals, or could I clear them? But I didn't know. I mean, I'm wondering if I cleared these crystals ever when I got them, because what's so interesting about about fluorite itself is that it helps you to know when there are external forces trying to control or manipulate you. And it helps you effectively shut down psychic manipulation or mental manipulation. Particularly useful for when you're surrounded by hostile or opposing forces, because it wards off negative energies that threatens your personal relationships. These earrings literally broke in front of me to show me these are the earrings that I have. And I told you, get rid of any jewelry. Now, crystals can be cleansed. I will cleanse them, and I will glue these back together, because I glued this back together, and it's stronger than it was once before, because clearly where this broke there must have been a fissure, a crack, right? But don't you find that very, very intriguing? And the most powerful place to wear fluorite to help you is by your ears. Why? Think about it. Your ear chakras, what you hear. And I was saying last night in my dreams, somebody kissed me. Now I'm going to put you guys sideways while I glue these, because that's a trip. Somebody kissed me in my dream last night. And I thought, that's interesting. I had my mouth closed. I didn't have my mouth open. I wasn't engaged. So somebody came in to my dream space inappropriately, in a sexual way. Somebody who knows how to connect with me energetically came in and did that. That's not okay. Now, what's interesting to me is, if you want to kiss me, you come to me yourself and we'll discuss it. We'll see what I think of you. But what's interesting is they didn't show me who the person was, although I know who the person is, I feel. And maybe I'm wrong. What they showed me was somebody who plays the blues, somebody who is a singer, a guitar player, and they play the blues. And so that's somebody who either, I mean, and this person and I have never kissed, ever. But that's who they showed me, my friend. And I said, I'm naked. And they said, that's okay. Now, that's not okay, because to me, the message was, I was saying, I'm vulnerable. I'm exposed. I'm naked. So that this is Spirit showing me that I need psychic protection around me right now, because there is someone trying to manipulate my relationship, and they are. I already knew that. I already know that there are people that are using binding spells, and they're trying to manipulate in my personal relationship. And that's not okay. Spirit does not allow that. So on many levels right now, I'm being shown that either somebody that I was connected to is doing that inappropriately, and you better fucking stop. It's not okay. I don't care if I told you I loved you. I don't care if we were in a relationship. You don't come into my personal space and do that without my permission. And you will, at this moment, you are blocked, completely blocked. Now, if you are somebody else, like those people, and I was already shown 3 that are working. I wrote this article, I told you guys about this, that there are, and this is not a joke, this is real. You watch this happen right now. You watched my crystal earring break right in front of me as I was discussing what this was about. So it's very, very clear to me what Spirit is showing me, that there is somebody using psychic manipulation, and it's not okay. And I will, while I'm with you guys now, I've glued these earrings. It's interesting. I'm wondering if I should, these were very expensive actually, if I should get rid of these earrings, and I just heard no. Okay, good. Well, I will find out later. I will continue to ask. I'm looking at these earrings to see where I've glued them to make sure that they are, and they don't look as beautiful. Now this is another message. They don't look as beautiful now that I've glued them back together, because you can see the glue. So that's us. We have scars. I went to visit my daughter last night. Now, yes, this is a long intro, but you know what? Deal with it. If you don't like it, you can fast forward. I went to visit my daughter last night after her surgery, and the dogs were going crazy. I had to keep my dog, and her dogs had to be kept in another room so they didn't jump on her, and because of her stitches. And we were talking about scars, and I brought her some cream, wound cream, to stop her from the scars from being really, really visible. And she said, you know what, I don't care about my scars. She goes, they're going to be, you know, no one's going to see them anyway. And I'm not really, she's got very fair skin, and she's not worried about her scars. So the message is just that. Don't you be worried about your scars. Your battle scars, somebody said to me this morning, your daughter's going to be fine. She's a warrior. Yes, she is, just like me. And I've got scars too. And you know what? Remember the song Drops of Jupiter? Did you fall for a shooting star, one without a permanent scar? We all have scars in our lives, and if somebody doesn't have a permanent scar, it's talking about scars on your heart. You know, it's somebody who's been through the battle. This person doesn't have any scars. This person is probably way too young. That's why yesterday I saw 24 and 42. Yeah, somebody half your age. Did you fall for a shooting star, one without a permanent scar? We all have scars, and don't be afraid to show them. So wear them as a badge of honor. You know, when we have babies, we get stretch marks. We've been through a lot. That should kill anybody. That's way more than your body should be able to humanly handle, the pain that you go through having a child. And the surgery that my daughter had is equal to that pain. And yeah, she's a freaking warrior. And she's proud of her scars, and so am I. So I'm now looking at this earring. So now, as it dries, these earrings, I'm curious. And now what we're going to do, and I'll show you what we do. When you have crystals that